All right, everybody, what is going on? Time to wrap up this little series that I know a lot of you are not paying attention to, but it's good work for me to do before the season starts anyway. I would do it on my own if I wasn't doing videos for it. So let's wrap up our early look at the 2027 NFL Draft by talking a little bit about safety. We're talking about safeties here because you think about the Seahawks safety spot, the only thing we know for sure is that Bud Clark is going to get an opportunity to come along the next couple years and probably at some point become a starter. But other than that, I don't know. Julian Love next year, contract year. Ty Okada in a contract year. Now he's going to be really cheap to keep around for the time being, but at some point that will change. And when that point comes, we have to decide if we want to commit and maybe we don't. That's a position where maybe we don't spend big money at. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. And with those things in mind, next year might be the year to draft a safety. Julian Love is going to be hard to replace. We already lost Kobe Bryant, and I mean, we, in theory, replaced him with Bud Clark, but if players keep going out, you got to keep bringing players in. So let's talk about some guys in this draft. We're going to start with two guys. Two guys who are projected to be first-round picks right now, top 20 as of right now. That can obviously change quickly. First guy is KJ Bolden of Georgia, generally considered right now to be the best safety in the class. Had 2 productive years for Georgia. He's got great speed, comes up hard in run support, really good box safety. He's also cerebral. He sees plays from deep, sees how they develop, and goes to where he needs to go to protect over the top. So he's very versatile. He can do all the stuff you want a safety to do: box, deep, slot. The only issue is he's small, so he can get away with that a little bit more in college than he can in the NFL. And he's also not going to be great in man. I don't think he doesn't have those sticky man skills, but for safeties, that's pretty easy to mask. The other big guy right now would be Tay Johnson. Full name is Bronte Johnson, but people call him Tay Johnson. Um, very much a ball hawk. Had 4 picks last year, even though he only played 10 games. So ball hawk for sure, pick merchant, very high football IQ, knows how to read the play and knows how to go where the play is going. He's got good tackling skills as well. He's going to be a good solid form tackler. He can handle deep, he can handle box, he can handle slot, another versatile safety. Mostly his weaknesses are in man, and also he is lean. I think he can add weight though. So it's not as big a deal for Tay Johnson as it is for KJ. But both guys are very similar. I think the main difference is that Bronte maybe a little bit more of a ball hawk, but also the production. We need to see a full season from him. So that's what I'll say for now. We need to see a full season this year. Koi Perick is going to be our first second-round guy here, and the only second-round guy right now. Minnesota, he covers the entire field, really good range, finds the ball a lot, had 5 picks in 2024. He's got the frame. He's big enough to play in the box, 200 pounds, and good all around. Mostly he needs to clean up his technique on tackling. He's not a very good tackler, and I think that can be fixed because it's not like he's tiny or anything, but right now there's some technique stuff he needs to clean up. But most of that can be learned. So don't be shocked if he bumps his way up to the first round here. Deshaun Spears is going to be our first third rounder, LSU safety. Hasn't put a lot of tape on record yet. Hasn't played full time yet for that defense. But he's got elite speed. He comes up in the box like a linebacker, and he's a good tackler. We just need to see more of him. And this is another guy who I think could rocket up from the third. All right, guys, let's take a quick break here to talk a little bit about Prize Picks, currently the #1 sports pick app in America. The app is very easy to use. Check it out to my left here. You can do player picks, where you just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. Or you can pick teams, where you pick winners, spread, or total on any game or fight. The app is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Right now, they have a great offer. You can play your first $5 lineup and get $150 in lineups if you win. All you have to do is use code HMA when you sign up. It's a brand new offer. Best time possible to get on the app. So get on over there and get to winning that first lineup. So remember, Prize Picks, code HMA. Download the app today, and remember to always gamble responsibly. All right, still in the third round here, Jelani McDonald of Texas, been there for a couple years, had his first full year last year and was really good. Really good box safety guy. He's going to be a really nice near the line of scrimmage safety. I think he can fly around the field, and he's done some deep stuff as well. So there is a variety of roles he can play. I don't think he has the movement skills for man, and overall his coverage is not great. He has 3 picks last year, but I don't think he's a great cover player. Mostly, I think he'll end up in the box. Xavier Mincy of Alabama is our next guy here. He's just a guy who needs to put some tape on. He's got the speed, he's got the size. He's actually a freak athlete. He's great in the box. He's got long arms. There's a lot to be into here. Again, another guy who hasn't shown that he can be good in man yet, but his main issue is just you got to get out there. Doesn't have a full season this year. Big year for him. Zach Lutmer, another third round guy as of right now. Iowa, he can do mostly, it feels like he's mostly a nickel corner guy. I think that's ultimately his role in the NFL. Really good nickel guy. He can blitz. He can stop the run well. He's a good, pretty good tackler. He's done some safety stuff. So there is a little bit going on there, but mostly I think that he is going to be a nickel, and his fundamentals are a little bit sloppy, so there is some stuff to work on here. But Lutmer currently grades in the third. Another third rounder is Xavier Scott, Illinois. I know I talked about him some last year, and he got hurt very early, barely played last year, so he did not declare. This year, however, if he can put together that healthy season, should be good. Really good run defender. He's got the ball skills. He had 4 interceptions 2 years ago. He's smart, cerebral, reads offense as well, reads plays. Just needs to stay on the field. If he stays on the field, we'll be all right. I don't think he's a great athlete. I will admit that. I do think that there's a little bit of a low ceiling here, but I think that his smarts do make him as of right now, top 100 pick prospect. Ty Benefield, Boise State here. A lot of tackles these last 2 years, almost 200 over the last 2 years alone in 28 games. A lot of them in the backfield as well. Always finds the ball. He's pretty big as well. So a lot of intriguing things here. So he misses a lot of tackles, admittedly, but look at how many he makes. So I'm not super worried about that. When you make a lot of tackles, you're going to miss more than typical. And his movement skills are not great. I think he'll struggle in man. I think that coverage may not be amazing from him. I think that he'll be more of like an extra linebacker, like a pure box safety, but there's still something here. Now we're on to fourth round guys as of right now. Marcus Neal Jr. of Iowa State is our next guy here. He had a good year last year, 11 tackles for loss. Really good run defender, great box safety. Another guy who's probably meant to play in the box, got good speed. He's also pretty decently sized. I think he's a little bigger than 190 pounds now, and at 6'2", he can add weight. So if that's accurate, we're going to be fine eventually. Man coverage, a little bit weak, maybe won't be so great in the slot. And even though he does make a decent number of tackles, his tackling form leaves something to be desired, which is obviously going to be a bigger problem in the NFL than it is at Iowa State. So, likable enough prospect. Maybe doesn't declare this year. I do wonder if maybe he transfers to a bigger school if he has a good year this year and then tries to become like a really high pick, like maybe a top 50 pick in 2027. Jalen McClain of Ohio State, another Ohio State guy here. Pretty good year last year. He's rangy. He can cover a lot of ground, good speed. And he's also a really good tackler, form tackler. And he's got a cerebral understanding of how to read offenses and go where the ball's going. Smart player. But he hasn't yet turned that into actual ball skills. He has 0 interceptions in his career. So the ball skills are lacking. And just generally speaking, he needs to put together a full season. Last year was close. He did play a lot, but we need to see more tape from him before we really advance him forward as a guy. Alex McLaughlin, we got a Husky in the house here. Not a lot of those right now, so nice to see. 4th round grade right now. Physical, box safety, very strong, willing to get his nose dirty, willing to get involved against the run, good tackler. He also has some pretty good ball skills, and he can blitz a little bit, so there's a variety of things to like here. The main problem is he's just not a great athlete, so the coverage is going to be lacking, especially in man, and it kind of feels like he's meant to be a pure box safety. That's kind of my read on McLaughlin, and, narrow use case. Corey Myrick, don't know, but he's been a small school guy so far. Last year he did play a bunch for Southern Mississippi. This year I believe he transferred to Clemson. So as long as he does well at Clemson, will be cool. But for the moment, all I can say is that he's sticky in coverage. He's got good measurables physically. He's got some good length, and he's smart. He's got a sharp mind. Reads offenses well, reads plays well. He misses tackles a lot, admittedly. He does have some sloppy tackling for him, but the main thing is you just got to do it against good competition, because doing it at Southern Mississippi and the Sun Belt, I don't know how much credit you're going to get there, but if he does well at Clemson this year, he could rock it up. And our final guy for this little series is going to be Bray Hubbard of Alabama. Had a really good year last year. Another ball hawk. A lot of turnovers he forces. Had 3 forced fumbles and 4 picks last year. Plays the run really well. He reads things well from deep. But he's one of those older prospects that is not a great athlete and depends heavily on his smarts. So there is a little bit of a lower ceiling. But overall, Bray Hubbard, I mean, that's I don't think anybody can be too upset about getting him on day 3, even if he kind of might not cap out too much higher than that. Not a good enough athlete to go really high, but maybe he can bump up a little bit from the 4th. All right, that's it. So let me know what safeties you like. Let me know what you're into. And that'll do it for the draft preview. We'll talk more about the draft during the season, but those are some guys I think we should be glued in on here. All right, go Hawks. See you guys later. More stuff soon.